Hello dear student. So today we'll start a new chapter, that is generator characteristics. We have already learned generator principle, working principle, and different parts of a generator, different types of a generator, losses of a DC generator, EMF equation of a DC generator, as well as the efficiency of a generator. So today we'll start a new chapter, that is generator characteristics. Now generator characteristics gives the relation between the terminal voltage and load current. It is of great importance in judging the suitability of a generator for a particular purpose. Okay, there are three most important characteristics of a DC generator. And first one is no load saturation characteristics. That is it is a graph between E naught. E naught means no load induced EMF, and IF. IF is the field current. That is field current means ISH or field current. Okay, or it is also known as magnetic characteristics or open circuit characteristics. It shows the relation between the no load generated EMF in armature E naught and the field current, that is IF. Okay, and it is just the magnetization curve for the materials of the electromagnets. And next one is the internal or total characteristic. It is a relation between EG and IA. Another one is external characteristics. This is the relation between VT, that is the terminal voltage versus IL characteristics. Okay, right. So first we will discuss about no load characteristics of a separately excited generator. So as you know that this is our separately excited generator, armature, terminal voltage side, right, VT, and this is the separately excited generator, field winding, ammeter IF, which will give us field current and the variable resistance. Okay, and which is connected to DC to a DC source. Right, now as so we will calculate E naught versus IF characteristics under no load condition. Okay, so here as you know that EG equal to P phi Zn by 60A. If speed is constant, then EG is directly proportional to phi. Okay, directly proportional to phi, so EG equal to K phi. Okay, now when IF is increased from its initial small value, the flux phi and hence the generated EMF EG increase directly as current so long as the poles are unsaturated, and this is represented by the straight portion, that is from O to D. From O to D portion. This is the E naught versus field current characteristics. So O to D is a straight line portion. Okay, but as the flux density increases, the poles become saturated, so a greater increase in IF is required, okay, to produce a given increase in voltage than the lower part of the curve. Okay, so that is why the upper portion dB curve, dB of the curve, that is ODB, bends over. Okay, next is the load saturation curve. Actually this portion will give us the no load characteristics. The EG versus IA, that is generated EMF versus IA, will give you internal characteristics, right, and output portion, that means VT versus IL. VT versus IL will give us external characteristics. So first one is no load characteristic, that is field current, and E0 E naught versus characteristics. We have already learned. Now we will learn our internal characteristics and external characteristics. So in case of internal characteristics means actually let us consider a separately excited generator giving its rated no load voltage. Okay, no load voltage E naught, right? So no load voltage for a certain constant field current, right? Constant field current. If there were no armature reaction, no armature voltage drop, then this voltage would have remained constant as shown in figure. From this figure, as shown in figure. Okay, now right, but when the generator is loaded condition, suppose when the generator is in loaded condition, when the generator is a separate self-excited generator, okay, so when the generator is in loaded condition, the voltage drop due to these two causes, thereby giving slightly dropping characteristics. Okay, two causes due to slightly dropping characteristics. If we subtract, right, if we subtract from E0, if we subtract from E0 the value of drops due to armature reaction, then for different loads, then we will get the value of E, that is Eg. It is your internal Eg, which is actually EMF induced in the armature under load condition. Okay, under load condition, therefore the curve will be E0, this one. So this E0 is under no load condition. If we deduct the armature reaction drop, then we will get the another induced EMF, which is the actually induced EMF in the armature under loaded condition, that is Eg. So Eg after when we deduct armature reaction from E0, then we will get Eg. This will give us the internal characteristics of a generator. Internal characteristic of a generator is IA versus A volt characteristic. Okay, now if we deduct, suppose the straight line OA, suppose this one. Okay, so OA is the IARA drop. Okay, IARA drop. Now if we subtract this value IRA from EG, right, from EG, that means that this portion is due to armature drop. Now if we deduct or subtract IARA portion, that is armature drop portion from actually induced EMF, that is EG, then we will get another voltage. This voltage is our terminal voltage VT, right? This, now the curve is like this. So this will give us the which one, last one, that is external characteristics of a DC generator. Okay.